mine is, oh, hang on. Better. So on my bucket list was a bucket, a fluffy bucket that you can get from 8balldirect.com. They're about 50 quid, slightly pricey, but it's been 2 years and I still haven't got around to making my own. I like what they've done. It's a bucket with really soft lining and some polishing pads that connect to your drill. They supply the drill piece, and what you do is you connect the polishing pad to your drill. You spray your balls with some cleaning solution, put your balls into the bucket and give it a whiz. So what I'm doing here, this is my first time actually using it for real. I'm just experimenting to see how many balls we can fit in the bucket, more so showing you how dirty they are. They're not filthy. It's going to be a good test of this kit, especially as over the years I've been cleaning my balls by hand. And if you're just tuning in, that's exactly how it sounds. The Whizzer comes with a black microfiber cloth. They suggest that you put your balls on that and spray the balls first before you put it into the bucket. But I'm just using it to protect the cloth on my table and to avoid any potential overspray of the cleaning solution on the cloth. So here we go. This is the first time I've ever cleaned my balls with a drill. I've put a timer on just so you can see how much time I've actually spent cleaning them, because by hand this is sometimes taking me hours, and as you'll see in this 10-minute video we're talking minutes. This time round I'm cleaning 4 balls. As you'll see later I'll do 5. So if you play 9 ball, that's 2 batches really, isn't it? It really isn't long. Having said that, as you'll see in the video, depending on how dirty your balls are and how clean you want them to be, it does take a good few attempts. You can't just polish your balls in one go and expect them to come out all brand new and shiny. If you're wondering what's going on underneath the polishing pad, stand by. They are spinning like mad. It's actually quite cool. 42 seconds in, just checking to see if any of those little stubborn marks have been removed. I think a lot of them actually had, but as you'll see a little bit later in this video, some marks are really quite difficult to remove even by hand, and they take a few goes. So what I started doing to try and help this situation was to apply different kinds of pressure, up and down a little bit, left and right, and I think at this point I actually did start to see some results. So giving it another whiz, there's still some stubborn marks on those balls and I am determined at this point to get rid of them. The camera probably doesn't do it justice here, but they were looking a lot more shiny than they were at the beginning, so I'm giving them a quick buff by hand just to see if I can remove some of those stubborn marks that were still there, as you'll see now. Actually the one ball wasn't too bad. There was 1 mark left on this ball. I think it was the next ball that you'll see, that was the 7 ball. There's still quite a few marks, but not half as bad as what it was earlier on. Still not 100% happy at this point, so I gave my balls another squirt, ready for another round, and I think after this one we actually got there. Let's have a look. Now if you turn the brightness up on your phone, you're going to see some pretty shiny balls. So 2 minutes and 9 seconds in, and you're about to see a much improved 7 ball. Stand by everybody. There we go. Not perfect, but way better than before. So as this took 2 minutes instead of 2 hours, I had an idea. Bring it in, the Arabic Ball Restorer. I made sure I gave it a pretty good shake before I used it, then I put one drop on each ball and watch what happens. If you've used this stuff before, then you know it's not a smooth liquid. It's actually got a really fine grit to it, just enough that it doesn't damage your balls, but should provide enough friction to dislodge those real stubborn ball marks that you see. You might notice that the balls look a little bit dull here. That's to be expected at this point. I'm just checking to make sure all the marks have been removed, which they have. Next up, the Aramus Ball Cleaner. Same as before, give it a real good shake, put one drop on each ball and give it a massive whiz. The idea with the Aramus Ball Cleaner, a bit like the solution that comes with the Whizzer, is that it gives you back that nice ball shine. What I find and have found with doing this by hand is that it takes a while. They tend to look quite dull. You really have to put a bit of effort into this, and that could be because I've used too much perhaps, whereas when I was using the Whizzer solution, that shine come pretty darn quick, to be fair. All done, so I'm giving them a quick dry off and buff with my Michael Jackson gloves. They've come out mark free, real shiny, so I'm actually quite pleased with these results. But I was learning on the job and I have another idea, so stand by everybody. Similar to before, ball restorer, give them a quick whiz, ball cleaner, another quick whiz, and this time, wait for it, the Whizzer cleaner to bring back that shine. Well, sort of, but not straight away like we did last time, because we run into a problem. Over time the pads get grubby, especially when using more than one cleaning solution, so it's wise to keep one pad for buffing, drying and giving that shine to your balls, and the second pad for doing all the dirty work really.
Wax on, wax off, wax on.
There you go, my balls are clean and shiny. Now I know you can't wait to see them, but first take a look at the mess that gets created. These polishing pads spin real fast, so what you get is a lot of fabric all over the table. They also get a little bit contaminated with the different fluids that we're using. That's why it's really important to have more than one polishing pad. One for cleaning and one for giving that buff and shine. Here's the moment you've all been waiting for, my shiny balls. Now you can't really tell from the camera. I've tried to zoom in here, put a bit of a filter on them, but you've got to see them in person really to appreciate. I was really pleased with the results. So here's how the Whizzer looks after its first use, and yeah, fine. The only slight cause for concern would be the side panels here. They look a little bit worn to me, but we should see over time. If I was to describe how this feels, you know those sheepskin rugs? It's exactly one of those. So in conclusion, I am no longer going to be cleaning my balls by hand. A bit pricey, makes for a really good gift or Christmas present, you know. At the end of the day, that's the job.